Architecting a LLM and RAG system. A framework for architecting LLM and RAG systems, divided into three main layers. Data layer focuses on data and feature pipelines. Model layer focuses on training pipelines. Client layer focuses on inference and observability pipelines. Detailed breakdown. 1. Data layer. Data sources. This is the starting point, representing various sources of unstructured data. Data collection pipeline. A pipeline that ingests data from these sources and processes it. Data lake. A storage repository for the raw, unstructured data. ETL pipeline, extract, transform, load. This pipeline transforms the unstructured data into standardized data. Data warehouse. A repository for the standardized data, ready for further processing. Dataset generation feature pipeline. This pipeline generates datasets and features from the data warehouse. Instruct dataset. The output of the dataset generation pipeline, used for training the LLM. Data registry. A system for managing and tracking the datasets and features. Embedded chunks. The standardized data is broken down into smaller, embedded chunks. Vector database. A database that stores the embedded chunks, enabling efficient similarity searches. XK top chunks. The top relevant chunks retrieved from the vector database based on a query. 2. Model layer. Training pipeline. This pipeline uses the instruct dataset to train or fine-tune the LLM. Fine-tuned LLM. The resulting model after the training process. Model registry. A system for managing and tracking the trained models. Load LLM. The process of loading the fine-tuned LLM for inference. RAG feature pipeline. This pipeline takes the request from the client layer and the data from the data warehouse, and creates the request and response that is sent to the fine-tuned LLM. Fine-tuned LLM inference pipeline. This is the pipeline that utilizes the fine-tuned LLM and the embedded chunks to create a response. 3. Client layer. Inference and observability pipelines. This layer focuses on the inference process and monitoring the system. Inference pipeline. This pipeline handles the inference process, including retrieval and tool usage. Retriever tool. This tool is used to retrieve the most relevant information from the vector database. Real-time API tool. This tool is used to call external APIs in real time. Agentic layer. This layer is responsible for the orchestration of the tools and the LLM. Prompt. The user's input or query. LLM, large language model. The core of the system, generating responses based on the prompt and retrieved data. Response. The output generated by the LLM. UI, user interface. The interface through which users interact with the system. Observability pipeline. This pipeline monitors the system's performance and evaluates the LLM's responses. Prompt monitoring. Monitoring the user's prompts. LLM evaluation. Evaluating the LLM's performance. Traces. Tracking the system's operations. Answer question. This is the function of the prompt.